We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
Prescott to throw it. That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. They'll run with Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On second down, here's the option. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up.
There he goes, right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Oh, this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. There's Cooks in motion right. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And that flag accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Gallup goes in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Penny, a 1st down carry, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. At their own 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Cooks motions to the left. Second down, Prescott. It's caught left side by Cooks. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Prescott from the gun. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gallup goes in motion. Prescott looks to throw on first. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Prescott looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for Philly. 58 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Down to about the 22 here. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
From the gun, here's Swift. And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. A give to Pollard running left. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Prescott. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. In motion left goes Cooks. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that? Right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here, middle of the field. Now look out, DeAndre Swift. And they'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift, 94 yards. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter.
But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
First down, Prescott. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. That's dumped off to Pollard. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. Now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Looking to throw, Prescott. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 17-yard line.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jake Ferguson from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 2nd and 6. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
From the 23, here's the second down and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. Again, it's Penny. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. They'll run for it with Penny. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he'll work this one out to about the 38.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This short throw caught by Goddard.
And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he's up to the 43.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Hurts going to keep it right.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Down to a knee goes Hurts, and that is going to be that.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you what, the snow, not only did it not dampen the crowd's enthusiasm, they were great, but it didn't slow down the offenses either.
Let's start with the first thing you said, the crowd. Normally when it snows, what do you want to do? You bundle up, right? You don't get out of your seat. You don't cheer as loudly. That didn't happen with this crew. They were into it. And then the second part, offenses execute at a high level when you expected maybe to see a few more turnovers, the ball slipped out of guys' hands. They took care of the ball in a big way.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner,